Hey everyone, it's Workbench of Workbench Quagmire. We're here on day one of the 100-day journey through the Free Code Camp Python certification. Um, Over the next 100 days, we're going to be We're going to try to master Python at a level which we can pass this exam. So today we're looking at these first two sections here: introduction to Python. So, what is Python and what are some common uses in the industry? And what do you install, configure, and use Python in your local environment? Um, let's see what those things have to say. So, what is Python and what are some of the common uses in industry? So, Python is a general purpose programming language known for its simplicity and ease of use. This ease of use has made Python the most popular programming language in modern times. In 2024, it officially surpassed JavaScript as the most popular language on GitHub. Python is the main language in most data sciences machines. Oops, I skipped a line here. Python is used in many fields like data science and machine learning, web development, scripting, and automation, embedded systems, IoT, and much more. Python is the main language that most data scientists and machine learning engineers currently use. Libraries like Pandas, NumPy make data analysis less tedious. Um, TensorFlow and Scikit, I thought it used to be called Scikit-learn, maybe just like Scikit now, make machine learning and working with AI models much more accessible. In web development, Python frameworks like Django, Fast API, and Flask let developers scale and secure backend systems with minimal effort. Social media platforms like Instagram and Pinterest use Python on the back end. Cybersecurity professionals and ethical hackers use Python to detect vulnerabilities. Uh, Python runs well on microcomputers like the Raspberry Pi and MicroPython compatible boards. Uh, so you can build all kinds of IoT projects and smart home devices, weather monitoring, etc. Finally, one of Python's biggest strengths is automation. You could write simple scripts. You can help with repetitive tasks, extract data from spreadsheets and emails, and working with files on your local machine. Libraries like Selenium and Beautiful Soup make it easy to interact with websites. So you can scrape data, automate tasks like through web UI, and even manage cloud deployment. As you can see, Python is a powerful language, and Python is a great choice for any who want to learn programming. So, which libraries are commonly used for data analysis of Python? That'd be Pandas and NumPy. Pandas is actually and NumPy are both built into Microsoft Excel now. How is Python used in embedded systems and IoT? Runs on microcomputers like Raspberry Pi and compatible boards. And which Python frameworks are used in web development? That would be Django, Fast API, and Flask. Let's check our answers. All right. I think it says 50% of like 2% is complete. How do you install and configure and use Python in your local environment? Um, so the easiest way to install Python on my Windows and Mac is to download the installer from the Python website. Um, so we'll go over running Python on Linux at a later session. There's a lot of information about how to install Python on various platforms. Um, there's not the official installer is not the only way to do it. Also, and Mac OS and every Linux distribution I can think of has Python pre-installed. So if you just, especially if you just want to use it to go through this and play with some of the stuff in this uh, certification, you probably that's all you need. So, but you can go to the python.org, go to downloads. Um, it'll detect your operating system and show you probably what to download. Um, so you just download the file, you click all through the install buttons, and then when you're done to test it, you type Python dash dash version or Python 3 dash dash version. And if you get a result there showing what version of Python, then you know you're successful. Um, then you can open the Python interpreter, um, the REPL as it's called, by running Python or Python 3 in the terminal. Terminal is a text-based interface. There's built-in terminals on every operating system. Each operating system comes with its own default terminal amp. On a Mac OS, you can use Terminal app. On Windows, you can use the command prompt or PowerShell. On Linux, each desktop environment has a default terminal app like GNOME's Terminal or Console for KDE. Note that on some older Mac OS and Linux systems, Python can be reserved for Python 2. That's true. I think that I don't know when that changed. I think when it went to Apple Silicon, they went to Python 3. Um, and before that, if you typed Python, you were going to get a Python 2 version. Um, we want to run Python 3 specifically. That's the most latest version of Python, has the most up-to-date features. I think the current version is Python 3.14 at the time of this recording. So if you run Python version, you see a version written in an older version of Python. In that case, you would use Python 3 to run your Python code. So that's just saying if you type Python -- version and it gives you Python 2.7.18, you really need to type Python 3 -- version, and that should give you whatever Python 3 version you're running. And to run all your programs, you'll type Python 3. You can't alias that, unfortunately, because it's reserved for the built-in Python. And aliasing means just like nickname it. So you could tell your computer alias Python equals Python 3 in double quotes, and it would be like, oh, okay, what you really want is Python 3, but you can't do that on older systems because Python is reserved for Python 2. To install Python on Windows, go to the downloader, download the exe file, open it. You do want to click the Add Python exe to path. I help people at work install Python on Windows machines, and so I can confirm this is correct. If you don't do this, I have a lot of people go, "It's not working. Things aren't working correctly." And like, did you click on Add Python exe to path? And they say no. So, and then click Install Now, and then the same thing, Python version to check that it's installed. Most Linux distributions have it already installed, so you just type Python version or Python 3 version to see what version you have. So, like I said, there's lots of help out there to get it up and going. Which address can you download Python from? That would be python.org. How can you get Python added to the path automatically on Windows? You would click the Add to Path checkbox during installation. What kind of file do you download when installing Python on Windows? That would be an executable. Let's check my answer. All right, we're 100%. So that's all we're going to cover for today. Just kind of get it up and going. And tomorrow we'll probably go through variables, the print function, and maybe data types. So we'll see how far along we get here. Probably most definitely the first two items here, potentially this third one. So again, this is Workbench from Workbench Quagmire. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. What did you like? What did you hate? What do you want to hear about? What kind of questions do you have that you can't get answers for? I might be able to answer them. No promises, but I'll try. So, see you next time.